it good?
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, welcome back. As promised, we're going to show you some of the things that we've been working on behind the scenes. And hopefully this will go a little bit better because we just did all this. And I don't know why the camera stopped, but it freaking stopped. And it kills me when it does that stuff. So some of the things we've worked on, and this actually, some of this stuff we've worked on in the weeks past and just haven't mentioned it, but I think it's important to mention. So one of the things we did was make sure that we're on Google Maps. The only way to get on Google Maps is to be on Google My Business. So you need to go to Google My Business, which is the actual way you say it, Google My Business, and create a listing for your company. And one of the key elements that everybody fights is you need to get your address verified. And to do that, you put in all your information. You can set your hours that you're open, add a website, and all that stuff. When it asks you for your address, you need to put in the address, and you have to get a postcard sent to your physical address where you're located. And when that postcard gets there, you have to verify your address with the code that they send you. If you don't do that, you'll never show up on Google Maps. That is how you get on Google Maps. So that when I search for fence, St. Augustine, Florida, this stuff up here is all paid. These are all paid ads by other people in the area. We'll actually just pop this up and see. So we can click on the map. You can see that we show up here, SWI Fence of St. Augustine, and you can also see that somebody was kind enough, another fan of our YouTube channel, found our website and gave us a Google review already. So we can look at that right here, and that's how we see how many reviews we have. And this came to us from Joan Brandt. So thanks, Joan Brandt, for leaving us a review already. I think she found the videos and said this is basically explained in the review that this is a second location, and we had the first one in Wyoming. So that was really cool. I have no idea who Joan Brandt is, but that was really nice of her to give us our first review. So, but anyhow, that's what you do. You can add all this information. We have business hours, and here you'll see we have a phone number. This is our phone number. So if you call SWI Fence in Florida, this is the phone that's going to ring. Simple AT&T phone, completely separate from my phone and Tanya's phone, but gives us a way to receive calls and keep that separate for now. In the future, we'll probably change that. I would maybe like to use a call service or somebody, but we haven't gotten that far yet. So I'll keep you posted when we know what we're doing there. But anyhow, we have a local phone number, which is also important for your Google listing. So we've been working with Sam Natello with .com Global Media, and he has created a website for us. So we have a contract with him. He created the website, and then he does some other stuff for us, and would highly recommend getting a professional involved with your marketing campaign if you don't already have all the work you can handle. But Sam, since we don't have a presence here and nobody knows who we are and we've never built a fence here before, we're going to need somebody to help us get the message out to people until word of mouth can take over. Even with that though, we need a website to tell people about us and what we do and show some of the work. And Sam was instrumental in getting that up for us. As you can see, he's got a placeholder logo here. So that was one of the things we're like, oh geez, we kind of got to get a logo. And I'll show you that here in a second. We have a chat bot on the website, and I would highly recommend using that because people really engage with chat. Even if you can't sit at your computer all day long, it's really important that they can get a hold of you. People will send me emails and messages like all hours of the day, and it doesn't bother me because it goes straight to my email if I'm not sitting here to answer their chats, which I never am. So I just get those in email, respond in an email, and they're pretty happy with the service they get out of us because they can always reach us without having to pick up a phone and call. People are not very big at picking up a phone anymore. They would much rather send you a message. The other thing that we integrated was the instant online quote. So this is huge because I'm one person. I only have so much time. Tanya runs the office. I'm the one that goes out and looks at the jobs, estimates them, and then has to work to put those in. So I only have so many hours in a day. Very important to me to make sure that the estimates that we're going out to are the most qualified ones. And so using this instant online quote tool is instrumental in making sure that we're not looking at jobs that are not the best fit for our company. Somebody goes through and they put all their information in here and find out the price is too high, they don't hit submit, and I look at their job and I don't bother them. But if they hit submit, it'll come to me. I'll know that they kind of have a rough idea of what we're going to charge for the fence. I can finalize that with them and then sell them on the benefits of using SWI Fence for installing their new project. Doesn't matter what industry you're in as far as construction is concerned, whether you're a home builder or concrete contractor, every single one of us should be qualifying our leads. Especially right now, we all have more work than we can handle and there's not enough materials to go around. So the last thing you want to do is waste a bunch of your time going out and looking at every single job when not every single job is a good customer fit for you. That's definitely a key takeaway, is to qualify your leads one way or another. If you don't have a specialized program like this designed for your industry, talk to them about their budget. Get a feel, you're gonna have to feel them out for their budget. But that's important because we simply do not have the resources to go out and look at every single project, every single lead that comes in. The people that think a fence costs $2,000 and so they're calling us to install their fence, when in reality it costs $7,000. I don't need to go out there and spend all that time going to their site to tell them that. If we can get that message across and we can realize that that's not a good fit for us and that we're way out of their budget, we're better off doing that before I've ever driven across town and spent any time or gas to do that. We use a company called My Salesman in the fence business that is a specially designed software, and if you are a fencer watching this channel, I highly recommend them and can't say enough good about what it's done for our program as far as estimating. So that's that. We have all that integrated into the site. And then we had a logo designed, and I didn't know who to contact around here, but two sites that I've used in the past are Fiverr and Upwork. So this is what Fiverr looks like. Fiverr uses, and I think maybe they're fairly similar, but the problem I had with Fiverr is they were a lot of overseas contractors, and the language barrier and them understanding exactly what I was looking for seemed to be a problem. So when I want something really high quality and I don't want any communication errors, then I prefer to use Upwork. I think on Fiverr you can say that you only want to hire contractors that are US based or maybe even Canadian based. Just be aware that sometimes if there's a language barrier, it can be a little tough. You can save a lot of money, but you may not get the quality that you're looking for. I worked with a gal right here to help us design a logo for the company. And Tanya and I have been going back and forth with her, and this is what we're gonna do right here. We thought that it would be a good idea to change the color scheme of the company a little bit to distinguish us from Wyoming. And so we're gonna do orange. I really like orange anyhow. And I'm sure it will be Joe Everest approved. And then even added an orange to the top of the eye. So we thought that was a nice touch, adding the state. We wanted something that really speaks to Florida, and I think the color orange with the state outline, which is very popular here in Florida, will help get that message across. We really want to say we are a company that services this geographic area. So if you're in Florida, we're the company for you. So that logo will be going up on our Google My Business page. It'll be going up on the website and elsewhere, and that'll be our branding from now on. So choosing proper branding is super important. We think that this really says everything that we want to say about the company. It's clean, it's neat. We liked it. I guess that's what matters. I hope everybody else likes it, but I guess if you don't, it's going to be too late by the time you see this. So anyhow, the gal that did this was all contract, so we just pay her by the hour through Upwork. You can have them design business cards, letterheads, pins, anything and everything. You can have them do videos for you. It's basically a subcontracting platform where they just find people that can do things and match those with people that need things done. So those are some of the behind the scenes things that we've done. So a phone, website, Google My Business. We're just about ready to turn on all the marketing. We haven't done any of that yet because I'm just not ready. And I know that the minute even when I turned on my phone, I had a message from somebody that was ready for us to come look at a fence. So I just know it's going to be a floodgate, and probably about 2 weeks away from wanting that, looking for that headache, but that'll be a whole special situation. On a side note, if you know anything about the fence business and you have an interest in relocating to beautiful Northeast Florida, hit us up. We will be hiring all the way from salespeople to installers, foremen, and perhaps even at some point in time a general manager. So if you have any management skills and you want to help start this business up, get a hold of me. You know what you need to do? I forgot. There's one thing before we, can't believe I did this. There's one huge thing that we did not talk about. And the best way for your business to succeed is to hit that thumbs up button and that like button down below, and then drop us a comment and tell us everything you think about this video. Just real quick, do that right now. What I really like the most is questions. So if you can drop us a comment with your questions, I will do my absolute best to answer them. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I can stop thinking about it. She's distracting.
Sorry.
This is how she shows up to work. I am definitely going to be distracted, and this is, well, I want to make advances at you.
You're welcome.
So until next time, you have a good dang day.